Hi, welcome to the MaryLee Herrmann Show. Thanks so much for tuning in. The other day I posted a video expressing my appreciation for this book. Highly recommend. Simple Abundance, a day book of comfort and joy. And after watching the video, my sweetheart mentioned to me, I kind of was hoping and expecting that you might read a passage from the book. Well, instead of me first thinking, oh, that's a good idea, something to keep in mind for future videos, my first reaction was to kick myself in the butt. I felt as though, oh my gosh, why didn't I think of that? How did I make such a horrible error? I failed. I made a mistake. Eventually I came down from that some, but I really did just kind of keep thinking over and over in my head, wow, I messed up. Finally, I was able to come to terms with it and be okay with it and realize I hadn't messed up. The video was published how it was meant to be. That's good and fine. It's what it was supposed to be. And it wasn't as though I'd made some horrible error that I couldn't come back from, or that I hadn't done something, it wasn't perfect. And that's so much of what actually doing this show for me is about, because I have a tendency to push for perfection, and that unfortunately just really gets more in my way. Then it also occurred to me last night that, well, who says you can't make another video? Who says you can't do another one and add to it? So today I am going to read a passage from Simple Abundance, Day Book of Comfort and Joy. And if you haven't seen the other video yet, I have had this for a few years, and I'd actually decided that it's time that I forward this book on, that it finds a new home, and someone else who can also really appreciate the day-to-day essays and writings of this wonderful author, Sarah von Brannock. Hopefully I'm coming somewhere near to pronouncing that correctly. Well, how timely. I'm going to read yesterday's passage, which was, it's titled A Woman of Substance. And at the beginning of each essay, each day, she has a different quote from someone else. And I kind of like that, so it gives you a sense of what's to come. So for December 27th, it's a quote from G.C. Lichtenberg. And it says, "First we have to believe, and then we believe." As the season of believing seems to wind down for the rest of the world, please let me gently make something very clear. Many dreams still wait in the wings. Many aspirations are just within our grasp if we keep stretching. Many hungers need nourishment. Many yearnings must be acknowledged so that they can be fulfilled. Many authentic sparks must be fanned before passion performs her perfect work in you. Throw another log on the fire. This is not the day you quit. This is not the day you cry. This is the day you stare down every naysayer in your life who doesn't get it yet, because you do, finally. And now you know what faith is, the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. This is the day you shout, I believe. I believe. Keep on shouting it until you're hoarse. No more muttering under your breath. Do you know what happens every time a child says, I don't believe in fairies? A fairy falls down dead. Do you know what happens every time a woman says, I don't believe? It's taking too long. The woman falls down dead. Inside, where it counts. But it just might take another 40 years before they get around to burying you. And you know what they'll say as your ashes are scattered? I don't think I can ever remember a time when she was truly happy. And they'll be right. This is not the time you stop believing. You simply can't afford the luxury of skepticism. And what must you believe with every breath until you do believe? How about the mystical alchemy of style and spirit? In the past, a woman's spirituality has been separated from her lifestyle. But now you know this doesn't make any sense. Never did, never will. Now you know that the union of authentic style and spirit creates a woman of substance. You. So keep on believing that you have the passion, intelligence, brilliance, creativity, wisdom, clarity, depth, and savvy to find that quiet center of solace, serenity, and strength necessary to create and sustain an authentic life. Every day is the prayer. An authentic life is the most personal form of worship. When you start believing, you'll discover that all things are really possible. Clap. Clap once again. But let's really hear it this time. Wow, that's better. Why, it's so loud, it'll wake up the dead. Good for you. Yeah, I think I needed to hear that or read that. Yeah, time for me to go. I believe. Time for me to go shout it to myself, remind myself that it's not about trying to be perfect and that it's just about believing and trusting and clapping. All right, so please subscribe to the channel. And like I said, I'll enter you into a giveaway to where I'll send you this book. Got to make sure your name is public so I know who's who. And thank you so much for tuning in. Have a great day.